Hello and welcome to Soft Human Voice. This is Jessica Shepard, and continuing with our energy practices on this podcast right now, I thought that we'd do something that utilizes the last practice, which was what happens or what kind of magic can happen when you don't try and change anything. Because that is a really powerful place to experience sensations and feelings in your energy body that you might not otherwise, because we are so addicted to forcing and trying. And my mantra lately has been flow, not force. And that's really helped me to connect with the fact of who I really am. Because I know I am gentle. I move more slowly. I am highly attuned and highly sensitive, right? And so flow really suits me and force does not. Flow allows me to access all of these gifts that I have. And again, we are always contending, as I talk about a lot in my essays on Substack and on this podcast a little bit, we are always contending with conditioning. So anytime that we can release these kind of subconscious mantras that actually disguise our true nature, or it's kind of like putting a layer of gray paint over something that's brilliant and you, right? And one of those pieces of conditioning, one of those really popular things that we've learned to do, many of us, is to try, to strive, to force. So what happens when we stop that? It's not as easy as it sounds, right? I mean, it's simple, but it's not easy. One of those paradoxes of life. So what happens, when we decide to stop trying and stop forcing and instead align with flow? And then B, how do we operate? How do we create from a different place? I mean, we want something to occur, right? So how do we step out of that kind of trying and invite and allow something to occur for us with our intentionality, which is a lot lighter, a lot more subtle, and utilizes different aspects of our being, different aspects of who we are that may be taking the back seat in our lives. So I like to explore these kind of questions. And so this is just a little intro or preface to this practice. And there's going to be some noise, as I just heard a weed whacker start up. So let's see if we can get into a space that is not going to be distracting for the next 20 minutes or so. You'll want to be somewhere where you feel comfortable and safe, and preferably with your back supported and your feet on the ground. Definitely your feet on the ground, so no crisscross applesauce for this practice. Get in your space and your seat. Feel your spine against the cushion in your chair, and just adjust if you need to your most optimum place where you feel most comfy, most secure. And I'd just like you to invite your awareness inward. One thing I begin with usually is just noticing the spine and the seat and the legs and the feet. and the spine, and the seat, and the legs, and the feet. And at this point, you'll probably start noticing sensations or making maybe even judgments on what you're feeling or thinking. Just go back to spine, seat, legs, feet. Inviting your awareness inward. So a question is always going to be a marvelous invitation to experience flow. And so I ask, what would it feel like to be inward? And then we do that again. Spine, seat, legs, feet. What does it feel like to be inside your body? And if you notice your awareness, your mind, even subconsciously kind of trying to answer this or think of something else, go somewhere else, if you're still somewhere else, you haven't quite arrived, ask yourself, where am I? Where am I right now? Where am I? And then if you notice where you are, great. Just come back. Invite yourself back into your spine, your seat, your legs, and your feet. Just breathing. And sensing and feeling those areas as you touch in on them. You're not imagining them. You're actually placing your awareness, dropping it into your spine, your seat, your legs, and your feet. Actually feeling those areas of your body inside. Spine, seat, legs, and feet. So we're not changing anything about your experience. We are noting it as you're having it and returning to the spine, to the seat, the legs, and the feet. Redirecting into sensation, allowing everything to coexist by noting it, right? Becoming aware of it and including it in the experience of spine, seat, legs, feet. Feel your palms resting on your thighs if that's where they are, and if they're not, feel free to put your hands on your thighs and just sense the warmth inside your palm and how it's a little bit warm there and it's connecting with the warmth of your thighs, which connects with your seat, which connects with your legs,
your feet. Bringing your awareness to your heart center. The emotions are here. How loose, how open, how spacious does this area feel from front to back, from the breastbone all the way back through your spine to your shoulder bones, your clavicles, your spinal muscles. Are you fully here? If not, where am I? It's good. Where am I? Where am I? And then just breathe from your belly, opening up with an exhale into the top of your chest area. And watch that breath just open out the spine, the seat, legs, and feet. Breathing up from the belly and exhaling into the ground. Inhaling into the chest and opening through the chest into the ground. And spine, seat, legs, feet. Try to keep your breath at a natural pace and rhythm. Don't hold your breath. If you notice you're trying to extend it, just let it go and return to your in-breath. Try and make your breathing as even as feels natural to you. So balanced. So here we are, doing nothing. Just noticing the breath and sensation in the body. Where am I? Ask yourself. And come back if you went anywhere. I'm right here. Spine and seat, legs and feet. Again, connecting with the sensation and feeling. And anytime you wander, coming back to the even breath. And to wherever you like to land in that body of yours. If you notice your energy speeding up or slowing down or whatever you notice is fine. Just include it. If you notice your mind wants to wander and be engaged with something, ask it, Oh, I'd like to invite and allow you to return to the sensations of this body. Beautiful. Now take a nice deep breath from your belly. And move your awareness to the top of your head and drop it down. The top of your head. And again, the bottom of your belly. Top of your head. Down. One more time. Down. Imagine there is a ball of light on top of your head, your crown chakra. And if you don't want to imagine, or if you're better with just feeling and sensation, that's perfect. You can feel a ball of light on top of your crown chakra. A beautiful ball of light. And it feels like the sun. It feels like sunlight, just sort of tickling the top of your head. And as you breathe in, just invite that ball of sunlight, that warm light, down. So inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. The softest light, the most gentle, healing light. It effortlessly pours down from the top of your head. Invite it in. This warm or cooling, if you prefer cooling, sunlight. Waves down into the ground. Feel it travel wherever it needs to visit before it goes to the bottoms of your feet. And if it wants to move slowly, more slowly than I'm moving, more slowly than one breath cycle, perfect. Like that deep exhale you feel when you're getting a good massage. That's how this can feel. Down through your crown, golden honey waves of light. Allow it to dance, if that feels right to you. Dance wherever it needs to dance in your body. This golden honey can be as thick as honey if that works for you. Down. Let's try the honey. So a big pot of golden honey. It's going to feel thick and it's going to feel viscous. It's going to have some viscosity and it's going to be really moisturizing and really yummy. So let's have that golden orb light be a pot of honey. And just breathe into your belly. Honey pouring down, down, down inside the back of your throat. Yes. Back of your heart. Big pot of honey over your shoulders. Dancing light. Your hands down your legs. Honey directly down your spinal column into your pelvic bowl. Catching that honey in your solar plexus, the floor of your pelvis. Let's allow that honey to go from our crown to our pelvis and through our legs. So inhale. All the way traveling down the thighs, the knees, the calves, golden light, the feet. Again, big ball of honey from the crown. All the way to the feet. Again. Dropping down. Waves of light. Waves of bliss. Can you feel the subtle bliss here? It's available to you. Big ball of light. Down, 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 down. Out through your toes, sticky through your toes. Yeah, into the earth like goo. The earth might start to feel gooey and like soil being watered and watered by this light. Just imagine as we breathe again, or better yet, just feel. Your imagination is only in service of your energy, your experience. So feel that big ball of honeyed light at the crown of your head. And let it tumble through and down. Flowing all the way into the earth. One more wave of gooey light bliss. Here we go. Golden honey light all the way down into the earth. Feel your light cords from the soles of your feet connecting down as deep as you want into the ground, just taking up space. And if you're not feeling that, again, what would it feel like? What would it feel like to be connected to the yummy, warm, cool, fertile, comfy earth underneath my feet? What would that feel like to be connected? And then just breathe into it. Beautiful. So here we are at this summer solstice. And here you are, connected to this golden orb of light, this honey, golden sunlight orb shining through your crown chakra, which you have breathed down into your body, into sensation, through your entire body, into the earth. And you've maybe felt these waves of golden light, waves of bliss, they can feel like. Once you get out of your own way and things stop being so hard, when you stop feeling like you need to push against something, but instead you can flow, you can invite, you can witness, you can breathe, you can feel and sense, you can get out of your own way. You can also experience these subtleties of embodiment, what can feel like anywhere from contentment to peace, to serenity, to bliss, anything on the spectrum. Because feeling peaceful is a very short distance from feeling blissful, very short. And you can alter your state. You can invite and allow your state to be different, your energetic state, when you bring yourself back to sensation and feeling, when you bring yourself back to flow and not force, you're inviting these more feminine aspects of yourself, of your divinity, to step forward and show you something new. Show you some new feeling experiences. And here we are, here I am, in what feels like this light-drenched playground. When I am in this space, I am in a co-creative space, which is the space I'm speaking to you from. And you may be here too. So I just want you to anchor into this if you're here, by acknowledging it. If you've gotten here today with me, it's a beautiful space to be. Beautiful. Don't underestimate peace. Don't underestimate serenity. Don't underestimate even the most subtle experience of what I'm talking about. Don't let waves of bliss throw you off. It's all in the same spectrum. And so I hope you've had this experience. And if you have not, feel free to come back and try again later. Sometimes it's a timing thing. But just invite you to be in this solstice season and open to the light in yourself, in the world, in nature, but mostly in yourself. Because once we start to feel it in ourselves like this, we bring the vibe to whatever space we're in, and we start to shift realities for ourselves and for other people. So it's a beautiful place to be. So I hope that you've found this for yourself. And if you'd like to stay in it a while longer, I encourage you to. If you want to inhabit it for the rest of your days, feel free. I sometimes say that is a silent little prayer. May I carry this with me all day. And mahalo for joining me again. And I look forward to meeting you in this beautiful practice space again. Aloha.